Hi, I'm Hannah Marquez and this is my post-lab video number 2 for the alum lab. It's been 16 days since I made this lab and one of my crystals has finally grown. We can see here there's a small crystal and this crystal grew after Tuesday because I checked my crystal on Tuesday and there wasn't anything. There are some environmental factors that may affect the growth of my crystals, and those may be one of them is the temperature. So my crystals were near my window where it's really cold, and that may affect the crystals because it slows the evaporation of the solution, which may slow the creation of crystals. Also, I looked at reasons why crystals don't grow and found in sciencenotes.org that one of the reasons may be that there is too much light, and too much light can inhibit the formation of chemical bonds for some materials. So if I had the crystals, for example, near my window where all the light was coming in and the cold was coming in, the temperature and the light may not have been a good combination. Right now, I'm going to calculate my theoretical yield for the alum and my experimental yield. Here I have some useful information. First of all, how many grams of aluminium I used in the lab. This was a solid aluminium paper. This is the molar mass of aluminium, molar mass of alum. Ratio of aluminium to alum is 1:1, meaning that if I use 1 mole of aluminium, I should get 1 mole of alum. And this is the alum that I supposedly got in lab. I didn't put it in my notebook how much alum I got, therefore this is a supposed value. This is not my actual value, but I don't have the actual value. So I'm gonna make all of my calculations with this value. First, I'm gonna calculate how much moles of aluminium I used. By this, I multiply 0.99 grams by 1 mole and then divide it by 27 grams. And I get that I used 0.0367 moles of aluminium. Since I mentioned earlier the ratio of aluminium to alum is 1:1, therefore if I used 0.0367 moles of aluminium, I should get 0.0367 moles of alum. Therefore 0.0367 . Now I'm going to calculate how much grams this would be. I do 1 mole and 474 grams. And this I get 17.39 grams of alum. So now to calculate my percent yield, I use the experimental value, there is the alum that I got in my lab, 10 grams, over the theoretical value, that is this calculated, times 100%. My experimental value was 10 grams. Over my theoretical value, there was 17.39 grams, times 100%. And this, I get that my percent yield is 57.5%. As we may see by my previous calculations, I did not get 100% of what I should have gotten. I only got 57.5% of the alum I should have gotten. There are many reasons explaining why I may have not gotten 100%, and I should say that it's not usual to get 100%, to not say impossible, because there are many factors that affect your experiment, and I didn't have a perfect experiment. Well, first of all, the uncertainties of my measurements. every beaker, every balance, every graded cylinder has a grade of uncertainty. So therefore there are uncertainties in my measurements. Also, the waiting time was too long. Like the waiting time for aluminum hydroxide to dissolve, and then the waiting time in the ice bath to precipitate the alum was really long, and we didn't have enough time. So I believe that if we had put more time in the experiment to let that aluminum hydroxide dissolve well, because we put it in the ice bath before it had completely dissolved, and then in the ice bath we didn't wait enough time because we didn't have that amount of time. We just waited for 30 minutes and took it out immediately because we were running out of time. So that's this factor that maybe we didn't get enough alum because we didn't wait enough time. Also, the solution was passed along different instruments. Like first it was a 50 milliliter beaker, then it went through filtration, then it went to a 250 milliliter beaker, and every time the solution got passed to one beaker from one beaker to another, we lost a little amount of solution because it got stuck on the beaker and we couldn't get it out, so we were losing solution in that moment. So waiting time is one of my reasons. The other time is uncertainty in the instruments of the lab, and the other is the passing of the solution from one instrument to another. All of this together may be the reason of why I didn't get the 17.39 grams of alum I should have gotten.